I'm Paula Akana here in Japan, home of the bullet train, home to more than 126 million people. It's a country that loves Hawaii, and each holiday season for more than a decade now, some of Hawaii's top entertainers in Hula have brought the Aloha spirit and the Hawaiian culture to Japan. And this year, they invited us along for a ride. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Aloha Kalikimaka, Japan. It's Christmas and hula, Hawaiian style, in Japan. For 11 years, the Saki Ochiai Joint Christmas Tour has brought top Hawaii entertainers to Japan. Kuana Torres Kahele and Natalie Ai Kamau have been there from the beginning.
The whole fact that we're able to come over here and take what we know, what we do during our favorite time of the year, that's the best part. That's what makes it special.
It's just great to be spreading Christmas cheer, and we've seen the difference between how they used to celebrate Christmas 11 years ago and how the Japanese have accepted, more the real spirit of Christmas. Before it was, I'm serious, they would go to Kentucky Fried Chicken because they thought the Colonel was Santa Claus. And I think they're getting a better idea, and I hope it's because of the songs that we share with them and the spirit of Christmas we share with them.
This year, it was 7 cities, 8 concerts in 10 days. Now, we jumped in on the last 4 concerts. Have Ipu, Will Travel, the Hawaii group, standing out in the hustle and bustle of the train station. On one day alone, it was a 2-hour bus ride to the venue, where it was an all-day affair. Sound checks, rehearsals, backstage practices, and finally the show. Then 2 hours on the bus, then 2 hours on the Shinkansen, the bullet train, getting into Osaka at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I guess that's the life of touring, but it's so good fun, with all of our friends on tour, and we just joke and laugh, backstage right before our rehearsals and performances. So yeah, it's just a blast up here.
We're in everybody's workspace, personal space. We see everybody's okole when they change. We see everything. But it's fun. It's fun. We're all like family. We all, do things like a family. We eat like a family. We arrive and everything, pretty much.
They take turns making or bringing the food to feed the touring family. On the day after Thanksgiving, it was Mark Kiali'ho'omalu serving kalua turkey. It's a lot of sharing, right down to makeup tips, like the help I received getting my lashes done. The lash queen. Mahalo ke hau tamure. And mahalo to Big Island brothers Kina and Kalani Singh, MCs of the tour, who let me share the stage with them. Life on tour, but they wouldn't have it any other way, because they love the show and the fans. Stay tuned, more hula from Japan on Aloha Kalikimaka. Hula is big in Japan. There are an estimated 400 to 500,000 hula dancers there. Once thought of as a means for older women to get some exercise, hula is now embraced by women and men of all ages, keiki too. The joint Christmas concert includes many Japanese halau. In fact, the halau compete in ticket sales for a chance to dance to their favorite entertainer on stage. Hula Halau Kahula o Hawaii is one of those halau. They're backstage getting ready to perform with kahele. Kyoko Kubokawa is their teacher, and she's been teaching hula in Japan for 35 years. She has about 1,000 dancers in her halau. She loves the hula and credits much of her knowledge to Hawaii Kumuhula Uncle George Naope and Lena Ala Kalamahaini.
First time I go to the Hawaii, and then I go to the Halekulani Hotel. They play to the string guitar and bass. They straight long hair, the dancers, and the back behind the ocean. The nice view, nice sound. So beautiful. I think so beautiful.
Kubokawa takes the stage with her dancers as they perform Kapua Anolani.
This time I dance to the Kuana, but he is a very famous in Japan, but nice sound, nice music he make. We dance to the So Happy tonight.
Natalie and Iolani Kamau were able to showcase their own Japan halau, Hula Ailani Vai, with Natalie's song Shower Tree. One of the highlights this year as Natalie enters the audience singing Oh Holy Night.
I love to go into the crowd to thank them, because as Hawaiian musicians, we're so blessed to be able to come to a foreign country. I think that sometimes people forget this is literally a foreign country that loves our culture. They're so accepting of us and loving of us. I love to go out and I love to touch them. I love to look in their eyes. And really what I'm doing is saying thank you so much for loving not just my music, but all of Hawaii's music.
While modern hula, the Owana, has been a mainstay in Japan, kahiko is growing in popularity. And when Hawaiian kumu bring their kahiko dancers, it's a big hit.
Whether you are a hula supporter, hula enthusiast, family of a hula dancer, etc., what you're seeing is the success of culture to culture exchange.
For Kekuhi Kiali'i Kanaka Ole, it's a family affair. The dancers include her husband and her daughters.
Also be able to share a hula kahiko set with my two sisters, who are nearly 20 years my junior, has been an experience that I wasn't really emotionally prepared for until it happened. And then when mom joined us, it became real to see multiple generations of her own children take it with her.
Ho'omalu is happy his Academy of Hawaiian Arts is part of the tour to share his kahiko with the crowds and with the Hawaiian entertainers.
And we look up to these entertainers and people in the business, and we see them as mega stars and feel kind of uncomfortable to be around them, but privileged to get to watch them in real life.
Ho'omalu, who teaches in Oakland, California, says there are so many people on this tour for his dancers to look up to, including MCs Kina and Kalani Singh, who he says shows you can do what you do anywhere.
They've come here and embraced the Japanese culture. They've learned how to speak Japanese. They're the MCs for our show, and I look at them as warriors of culture.
The Singh brothers say they love what they do, and they say it's a privilege to work with Ho'omalu, who, like them, is taking care of the Hawaiian culture far from home.
It's an honor. We ourselves, being able to talk to people like Kumu Mark, but we feel a responsibility to do our Kumu well, to do our grandmother well. Make sure that everything that is being taught away from the source, away from home, is something that is as culturally correct as possible.
The brothers teach hula in Japan, and some of their students danced in the concerts. From the stage to the classroom, we'll show you how these Hawaii musicians are teaching the Hawaiian culture here in Japan. That's coming up. The brainchild behind the Christmas tour is Saki Ochiai.
The first year we only have one show, and we sold ticket like in 1 week, everything. So second year, third year, we eating more and more, and people love it. That's why we keep 11 years.
If it weren't for Saki, we would not have this tour, and really her staff works all year round.
Saki herself has been dancing hula for nearly 15 years, and she's quick to jump on stage if needed.
When I started to dance, I really didn't know anything about hula. Well, because I know entertainer from Hawaii, that they teach me. Every time I see them, they teach me a little thing.
What makes the tour special is that many of the entertainers and kumu hula will hold workshops on the off days, and the Japanese dancers come from all over to attend. Michiko Shimada traveled 3 hours by train to learn from Kahele.
Since I started dancing hula, it was Kuwana song. I couldn't believe I got the chance to dance for Kuwana.
The dancers take notes, drawing stick figures, determined to learn every move.
When they come over here, they're here ready, equipped to dance the hula and nothing more.
More dancers enter to attend the next workshop by Kumuhula Mark Kili Ho'omalu. It's a sweat burner with hours of basics. He's tough. Maho Suchia has been learning from Ho'omalu for nearly a decade, inspired by his creativity and her love for Hawaii.
When I was young, I went to Hawaii a lot of time, and I love Hawaiian music, and I'm so interested in Hawaiian culture, and I want to try everything.
Another day, new dancers. These are mostly hula teachers. Every month for almost a year, they've been attending workshops with Kikuhi Kiali'i Kanaka Ole, who says the goals are to strengthen the hula community in Japan and
the other purpose for Uluka Ohia is to deepen the knowledge of what they already know. 50 plus years of hula in Japan and 3 generations of dancers in halaus is, they know plenty.
We try to have different style of hula bring to Japan because not everybody can go to Hawaii, but they still dance the hula.
after a long day of workshops, it's time to eat yakiniku.
It's not much different than home, you know. We work together and then we sit down and we eat together. And coming here, it's kind of, it's nice to see because they share the same type of work ethic and food culture.
And the food is ono, a time to unwind and enjoy. Ho'omalu also makes sure his dancers experience special places on those rare off hours. We went with him as they visited Sengokuji, the shrine of the 47 Ronin, samurai who were ordered to commit suicide after they avenged the death of their leader.
Everybody likes to go shopping, and I'm not a shopping person. I'd rather go to see the Shintos and pay my respects to this island here, and I want them to learn to do that.
Singer-songwriter Sean Na'awao used an evening off to play at a private party thrown by local boy Yokozuna Akebono.
I like my fish and pork. I'm a big boy, no me salmon, we call our salad and liquor. Sweet a ticket, don't forget the lao lao. Beef and jerk stew, just the name of it. Oh yeah.
I know that Akebono-san, he really misses home, you know, so he always invites me to his parties and, you know, just missing. He's from Waimanalo, you know, born and raised, local boy, and, you know, being up here for so long, he misses, you know, everything about Hawaii. So we try and help him say, brah, we got you.
For musician Ioane Burns, a trip to Osaka means a side trip to Yodobashi. It's an 8-story tall store with lots of electronics. From the moment you enter, the sights, the sounds, there's so much.
I like to geek out on electronics, so this is where I come. I can spend hours in this store.
Just what makes this place so special?
It's the selection. We can find stuff online, but here, since they have like 1,000 headphones, you can actually try it. And that's why I like it.
Floor after floor of electronics, toys, all kinds of stuff. Like these clay rice pots. There are lots of them. Pricey too.
Beautiful. Yours for the asking price of $2,000. Nice.
11 years of sold-out shows. If you haven't realized by now just how popular these entertainers in Kumuhula are, then take a look at the wild scene that follows just about every show.
Thank you, Yuki. Arigato. It's nice to meet you. Aloha. 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 Onamaiwa.
It's an autograph session where the fans get up close and personal with their favorites, and it's pretty wild.
Wait, take one more, take one more.
When we have extended families or any kind of people at home, which we consider our extended family because they're Hawaiian at heart. That's exactly what they're up here. They're all Hawaiian at heart up here. And we love them for it. We continue to share our aloha, our mana'o to them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This year, Saki brought back a surprise guest, a group who played on the original tour who reunited for this tour. What has this tour been like?
I guess you could say memorable. Like we've been remembering all the other concerts before that we played for the Saki Christmas concert. And we've been just talking about all the things that we remember and how fun it was and it still is. And it's just really, really, really great to be back with these guys.
Nice feeling to be together.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to be home.
A signature part of the Christmas tour? What would the holidays be without presents? Saki buys little gifts during her visits to the islands, wraps them for the show, and cast members pass them out to the crowd who are eager to get a gift from Hawaii. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this backstage pass to one of the hottest holiday concerts in town. We want to say mahalo nui loa to Saki Ochiai and to all the Hawaii musicians and the Kumu Hula for letting us tag along on this tour in Japan. I'm Paula Akana. Until next time, aloha!